Hey, how's it going, you Tilted Talonflames? Today we're playing some games with ZoroRoc Weavile. It's been a while since I've actually played around with ZoroRoc Weavile. Decided to give it a chance the other day, and I was a little surprised by how much smoother it ran than I thought it would. But I'm still not overly impressed with ZoroRoc decks right now. But either way, I thought I'd go ahead and showcase it for you guys. I might not be a big fan of ZoroRoc decks right now, but some of you guys might be. And this is kind of my build for ZoroRoc Weavile that I ended up on. The one card I'm not sure about right now is 1 or 2 choice bands, currently sitting at 1. I've got a 4th communication in here, which is potentially cuttable, and then the field blower. I do really like field blower right now though, because people are going a little bit light on their tool counts. Then everything else I think I'd keep. I would like a 2nd Cynthia as well, so I'm kind of up in the air on a couple cards in this list right now. But overall, I kind of like it. A 2nd Grimer might be nice too, especially locally if you expect a lot of Zapdos. If you're trying to beat Zapdos specifically, Zapdos Jirachi decks, put a 2nd Grimer in there. But yeah, that's all I got to say on the list. Pretty decent overall. Those are the things that I would potentially switch out, change around, things I'm looking at, maybe potentially trying to add in. Let's go ahead and get into some games, guys. Getting into the first game here, playing against some type of fire deck. Probably Blacephalon. This matchup is definitely tough, but not unwinnable, that's for sure. Opponent did mulligan once, that'll give us an extra card. Tough matchup, not unwinnable. Not unwinnable. The Weavile is actually super strong in this matchup, so we're definitely gonna be looking to setting up that early on. Getting a Lycanroc setup as well is super important. Yeah, going first. Also a pretty big deal in this matchup for us. Yeah, getting to go first as a Zoroark deck, I feel like makes it maybe about 50-50 for this build of Zoroark, but otherwise it's still pretty rough. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Ditto here, I think, to give myself options on what to go for from there. Unfortunately, the rest of the hand is pretty clogged up, so we're just going to have to go with a Cynthia. Not a whole ton of options for getting more Pokemon set up. And then the follow-up is actually pretty much even worse. Attach to a Zorua, and then pass it on over to our opponent. Yeah, wow, that's not a great follow-up at all. We will have the Lele for Lily though, so very few basic Pokemon. All we're really looking for in the Zoroark deck on our turn 1 is basic Pokemon. Ideally through a Lily, and then you know, drawing a bunch of cards off it. There's a treasure from our opponent. Yeah, so definitely Blacephalon, definitely playing against the Blacephalon deck here. See how fast of a start they can get off to in this one. Weavile is the name of the game for our opponent. There's an immediate let loose from our opponent. I don't mind that too much. Our hand is not great. I assume that means their hand is also not great. Another ability in play is also great for me with the Weavile, so that's okay. Not too big of a deal. Not too concerned. Ultra Ball coming down as well. Ooh, losing a B-string. Muck really doesn't matter, but losing the B-string could be important later on. You never know, but sacrificing 1 B-string is usually fine. They're grabbing a Blacephalon. I'm sure they got fire in the hand, and then probably going with a let loose. We'll see. Ooh, the beast energy, even worse, or even better. I guess even better for them, even worse for us. And there we go. Let loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. Well, they're all of our basic Pokemon. I was wondering, you know, where they were in the opener, and they got the Heat Factory, so they're cruising now off of this let loose. We're going to need a decent top deck here. We have a lot of outs, though. 4 Communication, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Lele, 4 Lily. A Lily would be fine here. We could bench all these and then the Lily for 5. The Leles themselves. So we have a ton of outs, actually, off the top deck, potentially. Our opponent didn't set up that well. There's a Guzma from our opponent, bringing up our Ditto, which is a little annoying. But not really that big of a deal. They're going to go with the Bursting Burn, no! So we can Acerola our Ditto, I guess, at the very least. If we should not top deck anything else, can Acerola our Ditto. There's a Zoroark though. Gonna evolve the active one so that we can Acerola it and then trade again. So we're actually in an okay spot, and then we could just punch this Blacephalon for some damage. All right, yeah, we're chilling here. Oh, I maybe wanted to trade that actually. I definitely don't want to trade the Ditto. I think I messed up. I was supposed to trade that. Am I trading Ditto now? I can trade the Lycanroc actually. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's even better though, because I'd rather have Triple Zorua, and then yeah, trading the Lycanroc's fine here. Get a decent trade-off. All right, looking good for next turn. Attach, and then Riot is beating, setting up the 2-shot here on this first Blacephalon. All right, we're looking okay in this one. They got 0 Poipoles down. We weren't able to bump the Heat Factory, which would have been the only thing we really would have liked to have done this turn. Heat Factory sticking in play for too long is never a good thing, but can't do it all sometimes. I'll take what we got. There's the Ericas from our opponent. Gonna build up their hand a little bit. There's their first Poipole. Finally, another Blacephalon. All right, so we're getting into a decent game here. Our opponent had a rough start for sure. We had our turn 2 barely got saved though, so it was looking pretty close on both ends, back and forth. Like both of us were like kind of living on the edge for a little bit. We got saved with that top deck of Zoroark into a pretty clean turn. They got saved with the Erica top deck. So now we're gearing up for maybe a pretty close game here, and we'll see how it goes from here. So yeah, Weavile gonna be a big factor now. They got the 2 let loose, 2 Poipoles in play as well. So 2 Naganadels potentially. That's 4 abilities. And without the Naganadels, it is really hard for them to even keep up with taking knockouts. So they really do need to set up the Naganadels. They don't really have a choice. They can't really be like, I'm just not going to set up Naganadels this game to play around your Weavile. They really do have to set up the Naganadels. So looking good for us so far. We're going to get this first knockout on this Blacephalon. I'm curious as to what actually attack they'll go for. Yeah, the Bursting Burn. That's what I would go for if I was them. And they're going for it. Bursting Burn. Super annoying to have to deal with, but we'll get through it just fine. Top deck Acerola would have been really nice, but it's fine. I don't want to stretch her just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And start doing some trades. Get rid of the Lily. Trade away one of these communications. Really don't. I'm thinking about Ultra Ball. I don't want to take this flip. It's a very bad flip to take. I'm thinking about going and getting the... Yeah, I think we have to go get the Weavile here, even though it's not great to go get the Weavile here. I think we just kind of have to go do it. Yeah, just got to do it. And then a hard retreat. Zoroark to the Ditto. Weavile can make its way down. We still have the Sneasel. We're probably actually going to look to stretcher all 3 of those in next turn. We'll get the Evil Admonition for the knockout. They'll respond with the Blacephalon. We'll have the GX attack from the Lycanroc to respond to that. And then we're going to look to go with... we want to get Sneasel and ideally the Lycanroc in play. Like Lycanroc to KO this, and then Sneasel to set up another Weavile. So we're going to be stretching for these 3 Pokemon. We won't be able to get the Ditto back. And then we'll start trading. We have the Ultra Ball to get one of them. Hopefully we draw into either the Sneasel or the Lycanroc, and then can Ultra Ball for the other one. We're actually running out of energy to potentially attack with the Sneasel. We still have the Mallow left though, so we can use that. And we also have the potential to one-shot a Blacephalon with a Zoroark. We can also 2-shot it. They are pretty behind in the prize trade here. The Blacephalon player is, and they're going to be going down to 5 prizes here. So there are ways from being able to win the game. So we might be able to go with just Lycanroc, GX attack, knock out this Blacephalon into Zoroark, 2-shot the next Blacephalon. Or we could go like Guzma, knockout, 2 Naganadels / Marshadows. That would also be fine. Really depends on how the next couple turns for our opponent plays out. They could also just fall apart after this turn, after we knock out this Blacephalon, and not be able to really recover and set up another Blacephalon to KO the Lycanroc. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see how the next couple turns play out. We know what we want to do, and we're currently set up to win the prize race, but Blacephalon can do some pretty disgusting things, especially backed up by Let Loose. They have 2 in play now, but it's always possible that the opponent is running a 3rd Let Loose. Yeah, it's always possible there's a 3rd, but we will be shutting off Beast Ring this turn, so I'm feeling pretty good about the current scenario. If I was them, I would have discarded the 2 off the active there, but maybe they're kind of just conceding if I have Lycanroc, they lose the game anyways, which I don't think is too far off from true. We are definitely in a really good spot if we get this KO, which we should just be able to get. I don't think there's any way we don't get this knockout. Let's go ahead and start trading to see where it goes. I don't think I need this Lycanroc anymore, so we can go ahead and get rid of him. There's another Zoroark. There's the Weavile. Gonna go ahead and trade the Guzma here now. 2 more. All right, so we got a Zoroark to come down. Kind of like thinking through this one. How many DCE do we have left? This to the active, and then gonna communication away the Weavile. We don't need the Weavile, we need the Sneasel anyway, so alright, get the Lycanroc. There's the evolve. No bloodthirsty eyes. Lily for 3. Get some more options. Going to trade away the Zoroark, I think. I don't think we need another Zoroark at this point. 2. There's the Sneasel right on time. Replace the stadium. Keep the Lele. We've already played a supporter, and we're set up super well here. Dangerous Rogue. GX, take a knockout, shut off Beast Ring. Our opponent's now in a very tough spot. If I was my opponent, I would have left the 2 energy on the bench. And again, it also definitely could have possibly responded to this Lycanroc and then been in a fine spot from there. But they get a little greedy and go for the leaving the 2 energy on the active. And now they can only have potentially 3 energy in play on this turn, which is not quite enough to win the game. So I think we have this one pretty much locked up. We'll see if they have any shenanigans to possibly throw at us. But this list looks pretty familiar with the Ericas and the Ultra Space, and now the Ditto and the Muck. I don't think there's any real mysteries going on with this list. This looks very much like the winning list from St. Louis. So I don't expect anything real crazy to pop out of nowhere, but you never know. People always like to spice up their decks in their own ways, so it's always best to be cautious. But I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Yeah, there's a Bursting Burn. So I think we for sure have this one locked up. I think we should actually be able to win on this turn, as long as the Mallow is in the deck. So we're going to go ahead and check that immediately with Pokemon Communication, getting rid of the Muck. I did not check that early on. There's the, get the Weavile. There's the Mallow. There's the Rainbow Energy. So we have this one locked up. Just need to go through the actions here. Grab the Mallow. And if the Mallow was prized, we would trade a couple times, see if we could hit the Rainbow. It would be pretty unlikely that we would see it, and then we could, if not, we would just go for a Guzma, knock out something off the bench, and then look for another Guzma on the following turn. Maybe even try and get a Rockruff in play, because we could pull the Lycanroc out of the prizes, so that would also be a possibility. There we go. Rainbow Energy to the Weavile. Retreat the Lycanroc, and knock out with the Evil Admonition to take our last 2 prize cards. It's here on this Blacephalon GX, so generally a tough matchup, but the Weavile helps a ton in this matchup. They're super ability heavy on the bench, the Blacephalon deck is, so if you want to play a Zoroark variant that has the best shot against the Blacephalon deck, you definitely want to be playing ZoroRoc Weavile. Another one here, unfortunately opened the Lele. See what our opponent's playing, some kind of water. I see water energy and rare candy. I'm thinking Blastoise. If I had to guess, Blastoise would be the way to guess. 2 mulligans is pretty cool. Nothing relevant coming out of them really though. Yep, there's the Squirtle. So it is going to be a Blastoise deck. Definitely a Blastoise deck. Our hand's fine. 2 Nest Balls, Ultra Ball for second Lele, hopefully. And then, yeah, Lily should be able to set up fine from there. We'll see. Possible it gets a little bit more tough than I think it's going to be, but I think it'll be fine. Yep, there's the Articuno's coming down, and the best attacker in the deck, probably the Prism Star Volcanion. It's hard to set up the Wailord, but he makes his way into play eventually. There's another Squirtle. That's going to be our main focus to try and take out. There's a Brooklet Hill. That's going to be pretty good for us. We'll be able to find a Rockruff off that. So our setup is looking to be pretty good as long as second Lele isn't prized. Of course, having the first Lele in play to begin with is not great. A ton of abilities in play from our opponent though, so we definitely want to try and set up the Weavile early on here. Probably looking at Ultra Ball anyway, Judge plus Zoroark out of the current hand. I want to potentially use 2 Weaviles, so now we're going to get rid of this Lycanroc and that Rockruff. Keep the Judge, I think. No, we probably want to keep the Zoroark and get rid of these 2 actually. Let's Brooklet Hill first, see what's in the deck. Definitely want to get a Rockruff. Prized both our Bloodthirsty Eyes, Lycanrocs. Okay, they're huge in this matchup because this guy shuts off our Guzmas. So, gonna be an interesting game now. Alright, you know what? Sure. I think I'm still gonna get a Rockruff, so for any early prizes we draw, it's still possible that we do the get them out of the prizes and then are able to utilize them. It looks like we prize no energy once again. The 4 Lily are in the deck now. Second Lele's here, which is good. A Nest Ball's prize alongside the Lycanrocs. The Zoroark's prize as well. Sneasel's here. A Rockruff is also prized. Alright. Sounds good. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I want to keep this one. Not really. I think these 2 should go. I would like to have the Zoroark in my hand, actually. Unfortunately, our bench will be filled up a little bit with the 2 Lele's, but sometimes can't do anything about it. Zorua. And I think I will just get the Sneasel because we do just have the Weavile in hand. And Weavile just looking so good right here. I can't imagine us not utilizing it, the Weavile early on here. Over that Lily. And I think we'll attach to the Zorua here. Not really in danger of them being able to chase it down. They have to like go out of their way to like set up Blastoise and stuff. We're going to be using this early on to take knockouts. That's a lot of DCE on the Articunos. Trades, yeah, we're looking good. 3D in it. All right, that's not good. I would have liked potentially like an Acerola or something to maybe pick up this Lele if they did. If they are able to set up the Blastoise and attack this turn. Yep, there's the Candy Blastoise immediately coming out of the hand. So the Articuno will be attacking for sure. With that cold Cyclone. So that's something I would have liked to have had a Acerola potentially. I mean, we can still trade into one. It's a lot harder to find it, or, I mean, we drew 3 DCEs. We don't really have a lot of variety going on in our hand. It would have been nice to see some other cards, potentially. Other trade options. Because they're really just forced to trade this Ultra Ball now. Maybe some other cards that we could potentially get rid of with an Ultra Ball to get another Zoroark. But we'll have to deal with the triple DCE going on here. Alright. So nothing spectacular set up on their side of the field yet. Just going to be probably cold cycloning into the other Articunos for now until they do eventually set up. Oh, they are hitting me with the Jet Geyser. Okay. Could get rid of the Rockruff, means I get to save a DC, but I'm kind of well, if they hit this for 70, it's going to get knocked out eventually anyways through Wailord's attack. So I think I might go ahead and let a Rockruff go here, and I can get another one back with Brooklet Hill. I really would like a Lele to get hit actually though, so I can Acerola it at some point though. I think I'll be able to find an Acerola before they get to fully set up their Wailord for the GX attack. If they even get there, sometimes the deck doesn't even get there. I don't mind hard retreating a DCE off of the Lele. This guy's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, but we'll be able to knock it out with the Weavile, so it actually won't be that big of a deal. Trade away this for sure. Yeah, I don't mind getting rid of a DCE here when we have this many. There's the Acerola, so perfect timing on that. Get this thing out of play. Oh, we do have to put it back in play though to be able to take a knockout. But we get to get a draw supporter with it, so that's fine. Don't want to evolve that yet, just in case our opponent. Yeah, don't want to evolve it yet. Oh, no, we get another Rockruff actually. That's better. Get another Rockruff. Don't put the Lele back in play. Don't really want another Lele in play. I'm gonna go ahead and get a DCE down on this Zorua. Well, I maybe wanted to get Mallow to get the multi-energy for the Weavile. Yeah, I guess I maybe did want to do that. So I maybe wanted to just Lele for Mallow there. I don't really want a Lele in play though. There's a Nest Ball. Yeah, I don't want a Lele in play at all. Now we do need to try and find some way to find the Rainbow/Unit energy to be able to KO this Volcanion, which is gonna actually be super annoying. This guy is really hard to deal with. Very big threat, the Volcanion actually. Whiff on the powerful Squall. So yeah, maybe I should let the bench space open there to potentially do that. Another Acerola would be fine here as well to reset this. So this guy's coming down. Not really any way to get access to the Lilies. Alright, communication. We can get rid of. Get rid of the Lele. Kind of just. I mean, the Ditto's pretty good. I kind of want to keep building on the hand potentially. Evolve this guy. Trade away a Lily. I guess if we have to two-shot this, we have to two-shot this. Looks like we have to two-shot it. Alright. Don't really have anywhere to attach one of these DCs, so it's going to be Ritus Beating for 100 on the Volcanion Prism. Always kind of the worst scenario. Yeah, I kind of regret benching the Rockruff here. I think it probably should have been Lele for Mallow, just so I could for sure get the unit energy for the Weavile this turn. Now the Wailord's getting set up. Gotta be careful of him. Choice Spin to the Volcanion. Gonna get the knockout here on our active. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Go ahead and push up another Zoroark to take the knockout here. And keep going from there. He does have 5 abilities in play right now, so if we could actually get the KO on the Wailord Magikarp, we'd want to. Ooh, turn late. Let's see. Nest Ball here. Gonna get another Zorua. Definitely want access to more trades. We want to start evolving these guys. I'm not afraid of the GX attack on the Wailord just yet. Kind of just afraid of its normal attack right now. Trade away the Muck. We need to start clearing out this hand so we can actually play draw supporters. Go ahead and throw a DC down there. Less valuable than the other stuff. And right is beating for the knockout here on the Volcanion Prism. See what we get. Another Zoroark, not what I want. The 2 Lycanrocs are trapped in our prizes up there. Those are what I'm really looking for, is those Zoroarks. We're actually in a position where the GX attack is probably just going to be able to sweep us here soon. So we got to be really careful of that. Yeah, we need to start evolving some of our stuff. I was evolving these hoping I would find... Alright, another fail on the Powerful Squall. Super important that that happens there, I think. Give us a chance to kind of stabilize and get ahead again. Or get back in the game in general, I feel like, almost in this situation. Another Blastoise, though. We'll see if this one fails. I have a feeling this one probably won't fail. Yeah, definitely hit a couple there. Oh, no, another fail. Interesting. All right, so our opponent's not doing anything this turn. Super good for us. Super important for us for that to happen, I feel like. Kind of dug ourselves a bit of a hole here that we're going to have to climb out of. And that's a good start. That is the start that we need to be able to do that. I already traded with this one. I do kind of want to just start playing Acerolas to like pick up stuff and make it harder for our opponents to take knockouts. I think I might Acerola this Zoroark. I don't think he's gonna be able to GX attack next turn. Acerola this one.
Now, you're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now. What happened then? Past that. When?
Don't let it get knocked out by the 180 damage attack. Yeah, that seems good to me. And then I think I want to Pow Pad for the 2 Acerolas here. And potentially draw back into them, pick up other stuff. I'll give myself the option to pick up other stuff. We have another trade here to do. Trade away Lily. We always bench a Zorua though. I don't think it ever becomes the Ditto because we want the Ditto to probably almost always become the Weavile. I'll go ahead and prep this on this guy. And then right is beating, knock out this Articuno. Alright. Still in this one for sure. There's a Lycanroc finally. We're going to be able to bring up that Wailord and smack it. I've been waiting all game to smack this Wailord. It's taken forever to get to this point, but we're finally here. And actually we can like Acerola the Lycanroc. And then be ready to like, or next on the following turn we can like Bloodthirsty Eyes it again if it does make its way to the bench somehow. Alright, more Articunos to potentially deal with. Yeah, but we're in a fine spot now. Just had to find this first Lycanroc. Unfortunately, prized 2 of them. Found the first one now, though, so we're good. Just need to start working on this Wailord now, though. There's the Powerful Squall for just 1. So they're going to need an energy out of hand, or that was a waste to put it on the active Articuno. We'll see what they've got in their hand. Something, nothing, maybe. There's a Counter Catcher. Oof. So looking for a water take a knockout here. A little annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Not losing the DCE really is not that big of a deal. There's an energy recycler for our opponent, so this next Powerful Skull will probably be hitting a whole ton of energy. Really no problem. Oh wow, it whiffed still. So super unfortunate for our opponent, but they do get the cold Cyclone off. So yeah, we're just gonna be chasing this Wailord Magikarp now. We're gonna send up the Weavile. And hit this thing for 200 damage. Yeah, I wanna be able to deal with this thing. I do not want this thing sitting around doing stuff. I'm gonna trade away I'll trade away a Zoroark. I guess I'll keep the Pokemon Communication just in case I need it. Okay. Bring this guy up. 200 damage. I'm debating if I want to bench a Zorua at all. I guess what could happen is could get 8 energy on this, get it to the bench, get it to the active GX with like a Guzma, and then knock out this, this, and this. So I kind of don't want to bench this just yet. So I think we're just gonna hit it for 200. Yeah, let's just hit it for 200. That's a good enough start, I think. I don't think I need to bench the other Zorua. We got a hand full of options. I think we'll be fine. Currently have a way to win the game next turn. We have 3 prizes left. Wailord's worth 3 prizes. Can Acerola this Lycanroc. Even if this makes its way to the bench, we can Acerola this guy, put it back down on the Rockruff, bring it back up, and then knock it out. But yeah, I am kind of scared of the GX attack, so I kind of want to play around that while I can. Our opponent does play counter catcher. I guess counter catcher isn't active right now though. Yeah, they're going to set up the Wailord finally. They could GX attack, but all they can pick up is the Rock right now. They set up everything else to be knocked out, but that's not quite enough, I don't think. Maybe they put the energy there just so they can hard retreat it, actually. That's possible. They need to move it to the bench. Like I said, we do have that Acerola play, which is super cool. Pick up the Lycanroc, put it back down on the Rockruff. So there's an argument there to like bench the Ditto. I don't know. I'm scared of them having some kind of shenanigans where they like Guzma something up, hard retreat, and then GX attack, knock out the Weavile, the Rockruff, and the potential Pokemon that I would bench here, which would have been the Ditto. I don't want to just lose that for no reason. So I kind of like the idea of just not even giving our opponent the opportunity to make that kind of play, and just hit it, don't bench anything, and even if they knock out the Weavile, we're still in a fine spot. There was the Lily. That's not an Acerola, so I don't think they're going to be healing the Magikarp. Wailord. Here's an attach. So here's the Cold Cyclone, and the Wailord is all ready to be picked off on the bench. Just need to go through the actions here on our turn, and we will be winning this one. He's being set up again with the water energy, but yeah, we have this one pretty much wrapped up. Just need to play out our turn. Draw. Acerola to Lycanroc. So despite prizing the 2 Lycanroc, which is the biggest player for us in this matchup, we are still able to pull this one out in the end. Got kind of close there at the end, but yeah, finally found a Lycanroc out of the prizes, able to smack that Wailord really hard and then finish it off here right before our opponent concedes. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for my video on Zoroark, Weavile, Lycanroc. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. It is my favorite version of Zoroark to build. I still think maybe the best one for the current meta is Zoroark Lucario, but I thought I would go ahead and showcase my current ZoroRoc Weavile list. Yeah, let you guys see what's up as far as I think about it. Let you guys see what's up and let you know what I think about it. That's what I think about it, ZoroRoc Weavile. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Links, as always, to my social medias and Twitch live stream in the description below. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.